Hi, thanks for clicking. So everyone uses cell phones, but what if you are electrohypersensitive? One of the methods that Bruce has discovered is to actually change up your phone. And he's going to tell you how he discovered this and his journey on that.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, being electrosensitive and the things that I have mentioned in previous videos that we discussed, I'm aware of how RF and microwave radiation affects me, but at the same time, I still need to use these tools. I still like to be in touch with people with cell phone, using the cell phone, text messaging and things like that, being able to
Various usages of the phone.
Right. So the benefits. So what we're trying to do is how do you get a balance between this modern technology, wireless technology, and the practical benefits of it, and balancing those things out with health and microwave radiation exposure. So what started it for me was like I'd pick up my phone, and every time I picked up my phone, the accelerometer would register, okay, it would turn the phone on, but then the phone would start transmitting. So I would use a Safe and Sound Pro, and I'd be like, why is the phone transmitting? Okay, well, it's sending data for some reason. To me, when you use a phone, it should be transmitting when you're talking, when you're checking email, or when you're texting.
Yeah,
exactly.
Actually using the
when you're
phone.
actually using the phone. So it started with that, and then I also found out that when I clicked on an app, even a notepad app that was storing the notes locally, it would still transmit. And then I found out that, well, Apple and Google, I mean, they actually keep track of when you open up an app. And it's like, okay, not getting into the whole privacy thing at this point right now in this video. It's like, well, why do I want my phone transmitting this data and sending out microwave radiation just because I've opened up my notepad app? So I was looking for solutions, and then I came across this thing called a de-Googled phone. I was like, well, how do I do that? So what we're going to do, we were talking about this, is we're going to make a series of videos and be like, okay, how do you have an Android phone that has no connections with Google, which is normally what's responsible. I mean, Google and Android phones are synonymous with each other, right?
They are, yeah.
Right? And when you get a phone, you automatically assume you have to log into a Google account in order to use your phone. Well, that's not true, and there are alternatives, and it's really neat to experiment with this. Not only experiment, I've been using it successfully as my daily usual phone now, and it's great because I can keep the phone with me. It sits in my pocket, and I know that it's only going to transmit every half an hour. And the battery life is amazing because I can charge every week or so, something like that.
It's not always in use.
It's not always transmitting.
Yeah.
A phone drains its batteries for two reasons: the transmitter and the screen. So what we were talking about is making a series of videos to show you how this works and what we did. And we'll start off with a single version of a cell phone. In this case, I used an LG G3 cell phone. It's an older one, but it's still, it's a very functional cell phone, good camera and everything, with a removable battery, which I really like.
Yeah, replace the battery rather than replacing the whole phone.
Exactly. So
environmentally
way better. So we're going to release a series of videos to describe the process in details, and I think we're talking about having some files available with detailed instructions, so you can do that. So
we'll put that up on our website. We're also going to post some of these videos on Bitchute and LBRY because some of them might get removed from YouTube. And 9CI is so conscious of this that they're actually allowing us to do this for our personal phones as well, just to see, and we'll have a couple different options so that we can post later on how to do it with different types of phones, so that, because the instructions are going to be very different, so we'll cover at least two of them.
Right. The instructions in general will be similar, but depending on the model of phone, and so we'll go into details on it. But it's been it's been amazing for me because now I can use my cell phone for what I want it to, for phone calls, text messaging, and being able to send and receive email when I need to, and check on the weather and things like that, and not have to be concerned about microwave radiation to the extent I was before.
Exactly. So thanks for sticking with us, and keep an eye out for the rest of those videos.